Violins playing and the angels crying. When the stars align, then I'll be there. Welcome back, Eurovision fam.
Welcome
So,
back.
oh my goodness, this is the last stream where we're going to be reviewing the songs in depth. We have a couple more announcements for you guys, a couple more things going on with the site, and including our on the ground event happening in Wonder Garden in Washington, D.C. We're going to give you the details on that. But how are we doing? Lily Loves, what's going on with you today?
Everything is good over in my
Nice.
like really super excited stream today because guys, like, how far are we away? Like 2 weeks away? In like two
Literally.
weeks, we're gonna know who won 2023.
Oh,
Oh, oh, I'm
I
so excited.
can't, like,
Like, you have
I
no
don't
idea.
know how to even begin to start processing that. Whew, we're gonna have
Yeah, like I
results.
just we'll we'll know who won. We will know who and I can't wait to like dissect those results and like get into all the
I
nitty
know.
gritty little details and things. But yeah, should we start off with the side article stuff?
Yes. So, you guys, if you come check out the site, you're going to see a little information bit about
Mm-hmm.
our event happening in Washington, D.C. at the
Yeah.
venue Wonder Garden. Alicia Michelle will be the host of this event. And this is going to be the first kind of like, I want to say, international outside of the Eurovision family party that is happening in the States that is officially by a Eurovision press publication, which is us. And that
Yeah.
feels great to know that we actually have something that we could do on the ground. It looks like Lily's going to have a chance to be out there in Wonder
Well, I'm
Garden.
gonna. I kind of am obligated to. It's like not too far away from my house. I'm like,
Hey, I'm going to be joining y'all from the online side before and
yeah.
after the semifinals. I will get into that in just a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be like our first big event where we're going to be having like a viewing party on the ground from outside of Europe, from a community that's
Yes.
outside of Europe.
Yeah. Should we
Yeah.
kind of roughly go over what we're going to be doing with the streams next week? Because
Hmm.
it's going to be a lot. So basically, every day, I'm pretty sure we're going to be streaming next week. We are starting off with that Sunday. We'll be bringing back our red carpet stream like we did
Hmm.
last year. And along with that, we'll be talking about our normal streams. We normally stream on on Sundays anyway. We'll
Hmm.
be coming that with the red carpet stream, but there will be a lot of talking about red carpet looks and all that other good fun stuff.
Yeah.
Then the Monday we will be having a post rehearsal stream, and I think they're still calling them jury shows.
Hmm.
Um, but we will be discussing shows and what happens, what kind of affects people. Then we will have the streams following the semifinals
Hmm.
as well. So you'll check out the jury show streams on what days of the week are that? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we will have the streams for the post semis
Uh-huh.
and the post final. And then we'll have a stream on Sunday still where we kind of like wrap everything up from the whole
Oh my gosh. So that means
Eurovision.
we only have three of the Eurovision Fam weekly streams left, don't we?
No, two. I mean, like, unless we're going to continue after the season's over this year. We don't know yet.
Mm.
We can discuss
Okay.
that later.
I mean, yeah,
But
we don't know yet.
yeah,
A lot is still bound to happen. You guys are going to see a lot of cool stuff coming your way from us.
yeah, just go ahead, of course, subscribe, and in your notifications and stuff, you'll start seeing all the stream notifications popping up for when they're going to be happening. We'll get that all scheduled out probably sometime today, tomorrow. You'll see those
Mhm.
starting to pop up in your YouTube feeds.
Yep. So by all means, check it out. And if it is possible, if y'all are inside the international community, feel free to join our space because it is our space and
Yeah,
we want to make our voices heard particularly because we now have a vote. That is
yep.
literally the most crucial reason why. It's because we can kind of consolidate with the sentiment behind how the vote might have occurred. So yeah.
And it's nice because it's like finally us international fans are having a chance to like say what we think and
I know. Oh
Quinset.
my gosh. No big deal, no big rush. It's just like several hundreds of millions of people who have like
Yeah,
potential impact here.
yeah,
Augusto,
exactly.
what's up?
Hello, Augusto.
And hi everyone else.
Also,
I didn't say hi to you guys.
Marino Spy, hello. Georgios Papadopoulos, hello. Also on the site, Lisa and Michelle did post an article for Eurovision songs to watch. You can check that out for both of the semifinals and also for the final itself. Just kind of
Yep.
like who to keep an eye on.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So, where are we heading to next here? I'm just trying to think.
I have some announcements from the official Eurovision website about the welcome party that'll be happening on
Yes.
Sunday, the 7th of May. So, alongside the red carpet, there's going to be a welcome party occurring toward the venue, and it will have guests Conchita Wurst, the 2014 winner from Austria,
I love
Jamala,
Conchita.
the
Love Jamala.
Ukrainian winner in 2016, and Liverpool native stars like Atomic Kitten. I just lost the list here. The Lightning Seeds, The Real Thing, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and not just musical acts. There will also be TV personalities, which I know Miss Alicia Michelle is going to be all about.
Yeah.
But we also are going to be seeing TV favorite Shirley Dallas, Ricky Tomlinson, and Drag Race UK winner, the Vivienne. So it's going to be jam packed with a lot of stars. And knowing that there's going to be this many stars when the red carpet's getting started, I wonder how it's going to work. Like I
Yeah.
wonder how this is all going to function because they're still being very secretive about how
Maybe
they're going to be
it might be
conducted.
like with Israel. Because remember during the Israeli turquoise, were they calling it turquoise carpet? No, it was orange carpet for Israel, right?
It was orange carpet.
For Israel, there was like different. I said people were walking, they would cut away, and there'd be like a musical performance happening,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back to it. Or if it's gonna be like more like Armenia, where Armenia's opening. I loved Armenia's opening ceremony last year. We got that like ridiculous play about the rabbit and like
Oh my gosh.
it was
We're
like
literally sitting there waiting for like results and we watch an entire musical in the meantime.
it was so good though. It was
It
so
was
good.
it was probably the best musical I've seen like in at least a year.
It was so much fun. I would love to see something like that. Maybe we
I
don't
need
know.
subtitles though because it was like entirely in Armenian, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, there were parts in English where they kind of gave you a rough
Parts.
idea,
Uh-huh.
but like it would have been nice to have the full thing with subs.
Yeah, can we
So
get a
yeah,
rerun
well,
something? I would love to watch it
here's the
again.
benefit. At least like I don't know. I do speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that might help with this what's happening in Liverpool. But hey,
Uh-huh.
never know.
Now the accent's gonna be so thick you're gonna need subtitles.
I don't need. I can handle. I can let handlers. I can handle a Scouse accent. I can handle
I can't always understand it off the bat, but that's all right because you know what? Liverpool is our chance to embody the Scouse.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. I think because it's gonna be a long stream. We've got 6
Mhm.
songs to go through.
Yes.
Were there any other things before we hop into review criteria?
Of course, we have the royal couple inaugurating the stage.
Oh
If y'all
my
haven't seen that
gosh.
already, like, let's press the button. That I like how both of them were given that one task, and it was like 40% accurate when they pressed it. Okay, that's enough about the royal couple. I personally don't care about them.
I don't either.
They, it's like Return the Diamond of Kohinoor, bro. Anyways.
I'm not gonna say what I think of whenever I see the two of them.
It's okay. None of us really do say what we think when we see them. And that's all right.
All right. Anyways, do you want to go ahead and go over review criteria for us here?
Yes. So if you guys remember, there are 5 review criteria that we use to analyze each of these songs. These are lyrical content, production and genre, unique elements, how well can it be performed live, and would we stream the song? Yeah, and we have 6 songs to cover. Among these songs will be Sweden, Estonia, France, Armenia, Iceland, and Lithuania. And with that said, it looks like we could just dive right in, right?
Yeah, let's start off with Lithuania since that's the one you mentioned last. We'll save Sweden
Yeah.
for last to keep, video retention high. So Lithuania is the song Stay by Monika Liu.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I said Monika Liu. I'm sorry. Monika
And I affirmed you. You're like Monika Liu, and I was like, yeah.
I saw Monika and an L.
Monika Linkytė. Sorry, guys.
Okay, Lithuania is represented by Monika Linkytė with the song Stay. Let's go ahead and kick it off with lyrical content.
Okay, so no, you start. You start with lyrical content, and I'll follow up.
Okay. So lyrically speaking, it's certainly very heartfelt. I can't, and it's like one of those songs where it has love in it, but it could be like a familial love, a friendship love, or like a romantic love. It can kind of go any way with that.
Yes.
The vibe I get the most from this is like a mother to a child more than anything else. Like it has like a maternal kind of vibe to it for me. And like there's such a warmth with the vocal tone mixed with the lyrics, that I find it to be, to have that kind of a vibe. But I can totally see where it's like a romantic thing as well, in there too. And like the chuto 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 chant really works. It has like a nice rhythmic quality, to that kind of like bridgy bit, and also like on the chorus as well. And I think from what I understand, that's like something you would use in like lullabies.
Yeah, I've read on that too. Apparently, like it's something that it's like a short phrase that would be used in like Lithuanian folk songs that you sing like with a group.
Yeah, it's kind of like I am that way, I guess, because like that's what I saw from like my Lithuanian and Latvian mutuals on Twitter.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a little bit of challenge with these lyrics, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. So I feel like the verses of this song are like personal strength building up. Yes, like I'm finding my energy. I'm finding ways to like retain like who I am as a person. I'm building myself as a person. And then you get to the chorus and it's like begging to stay, like someone to stay. I like it's a little dissonant to me. And that might just be the way I perceived it, but I find that the verses are about personal strength, and then you get to the chorus and then it's asking like, and then it's longing. So I like that was the way I received it at first, and I'm not quite able to really shake that perspective. I do see what people mean though, and it's like you were saying, this this does kind of give you like that sense of like mother to child, or like love from one person to another. In really any flexible regard. It could be romantic, it could be familial, like you were saying, but it's just it's just odd to me because I feel like the chorus should be just as equally about personal strength. It's not. And this is a complete piece. Like I don't, outside of that, I reasonably don't have any criticisms. It's just that I see a little bit of dissonance between the meaning of the chorus and the verse.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Or like, it's just a little.
I think that's why I'm going maternal with it. Where like I think that's why my brain goes maternal, more than anything, because like you can draw your strength from being a mother and like seeing your child grow, maybe, especially with the I've been struggling since I was 16 part. All of that kind of ties together in a way that made my brain go, oh, parental.
Okay. So it looks like I might have just been the one to kind of like miss the cue in that sense, because it does feel more complete. It does feel more in sense when I see it from that perspective. But if I look at it from a perspective of romantic love, then I see increased dissonance.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't like drawing your worth from your romantic partner. I can't stand stuff like does that. Like it just makes you go, ugh.
Yeah.
What's that TikTok audio? He's just some guy. Take his money and hit him with a car. Like that's what I think of whenever.
Yeah.
It comes to stuff like that. I
mean, that's literally it though, because like when it comes to the lyrics, I like them. I like the lyrics, and they're really easy to follow. They fit the syllables of the track very well. They fit the production really well.
And I do feel like that Chuto Tuto part really elevates it because
Uh-huh.
that wasn't in the original version of the song.
No, it wasn't.
And that change, I think, really did help Monika win the national final.
It's a very strong hook. It's a
It's a
very,
great
very
hook,
strong
and
hook.
it's something anyone can sing along with. You don't
Hmm.
have to know Lithuanian.
Exactly.
Um, so let's go ahead and just kind of go into production and genre since you had sort of touched on that for a bit a moment ago. So production and genre wise, it's a warm ballad. Like
Hmm.
and when I say warm, it just feels warm. And I'm not
Hmm.
only drawing that from the fact that Homegirl was dressed in all orange with those like really golden lights on her.
You didn't like the carrot staging?
I like the carrot staging. I thought the outfit was cute. I would wear it. That's the
Hmm.
color. That's the color my graduation robes were in high school. Well, the boys' graduation robes were in high school. The girls had to wear
Oh,
white. I
we got
wish I
the
got that
boring
one.
blue
I
ones.
look great in orange.
Well, yeah, you look good in summer colors just in general.
Yeah, but yeah, I like the warmth of the song.
Hmm.
I think the gospel elements really add some pleasantness to it,
Yeah, it does.
especially like on the backing track and the chorus and the and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think that really gives it some elevation.
Hmm. I also think the gospel element does elevate it like to like a higher echelon. I'm usually very picky about when gospel's shoehorned into Eurovision songs
Yeah.
because sometimes I think it's like I don't know, it's trying to create like a different minute for the possibility of gaining votes. Like there's another song this year who has like and you can watch a past stream for this that has a gospel element just kind of shoehorned at the very end and feels odd and out of place.
Hmm.
Not the case with this song. It
No.
works so well with this song. And it is very warm. I also like how the production, like the rhythm in the production sounds like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Corresponds very well with Chuto Tuto. My heart
Hmm.
is beating, etc. That is great. And also there's something I think there's kind of like some kind of wavelength or something in the production that just causes it to feel a lot more warm and loving than just what you're hearing, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's something else happening. There is a very palpable je ne sais quoi about this song that has uh that yeah, I can't quite pinpoint or identify, but it's causing it to be um very specially warm outside of the rest of the Eurovision lineup, which
Yeah.
I really, really love.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. And I think that's another one of the unique elements with it is just that overall feeling of warmth and comfort that
Mhm.
the song brings. And I think that's gonna help it stand out. We don't really have a lot of like down tempo songs. But
No,
we've
we
got
don't.
this one, and I think that this one has an uplifting warmth to it.
Yeah. For me, I think the unique element is the fact that this is one of the only songs where like the highest, longest note is the title, and it doesn't
Okay,
feel
yes.
and it doesn't feel out of place. S-
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be talking about another song in like a little bit later that the lyrics just kind of feel jumbly because, anyways, yeah, that's not something I'm
Yeah.
talking about now. Um, it's very it's very not just catchy, but you can also look at it from kind of like the sentimental side of yourself. So you're not just kind of like with the rhythm and melody, but it also has it has a kind of universality to it. It has
Yeah.
like a greater human aspect about it that just feels uniting.
Yeah. 1 second.
No, yeah, everyone is going to be up in the arena singing that. I know I definitely will be when it comes on. It again, it's just one of the strongest hooks, and I also feel like that's what makes it quite unique.
Exactly. Yeah. And then how well can it be performed live? I think it can be performed live beautifully.
I
This is a
don't think
good
I've ever
live.
heard her make an error.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
I've ever heard
She's
it.
she's a fantastic singer, and she's been to Eurovision before.
Hmm.
She's gonna know what to do. And yeah, I think that's a positive there. Um, and then would we stream it?
Yes, 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 yes.
Me
See,
not personally, but I don't like
mm,
we've already gone over this. I don't really stream like a lot of these slower songs. Like,
mhm.
my music I stream usually is to keep me awake. I'm just taking a look over here at comments. Carmen came in. I like her voice, but a lot of times I skip the song because I prefer other slow songs more. Okay. I'm just
Okay.
looking for Augusto. My heart is beating. I need your healing. Yeah. Very sweet. Also, have you ever like that line also kind of makes me think of babies. One moment. I have to deal with something real quick. I'm just gonna highlight some more comments.
Let's not forget, Lithuania almost always qualifies with the televote. Running with Lions would have sailed through with 100% televote, and the running order is helping it so much. I often forget that Running with the Lions was a televote qualifier, and I think it's because I just didn't trend toward that song. It wasn't really for me, but it would be interesting now to see how this song kind of plays with not only the 100% televote, but how we internationally are going to be responding to it. I think we're going to respond to it pretty well because like it paints a very kind of like strong contrast with a lot of the other lineup, and it's because it's slow enough. It's because it has more. There's a lot of uniqueness about it that I feel like can carry it to a point where like the televote will be able to get behind this. I feel like I do see how it can happen, basically.
Okay. Even if I prefer Lithuania, even if I prefer Estonia, Lithuania has more qualifying chances.
Okay.
I think I highlighted that because we're going to talk about Estonia now. We use that as our segue into talking about Estonia. The song is and it's performed by Alika. So do you want to start with lyrical content on this one?
Yeah. So lyrical content. This one has quite a bit of a plot to it, actually. So I'm gonna read the first verse. Now I'm heading home to solid ground. Realize that all the lies I've told myself have died. Bring me to the place where I belong, filled with all the memories and dreams I have ignored. So this song, from what I understood reading the lyrics and just kind of understanding some analysis of it, it's about leaving kind of a bad or toxic relationship slash perspective of mind to kind of go back out into the world and reach out with love in a way that in a way that is very intent to start healing relationships with people and internal healing. And the message of it's quite nice. Lyrically, I'm not super sold on the lyrics though.
Here's my thing. I do like the idea about the song. I like the fact that it's like you're burning this negative bridge and building up positive bridges to multiple people now. It's like kind of taking that metaphor and giving a twist on the metaphor. And I think that that's good. There is a whole story. You get a beginning, middle, end really with this, which is something I do appreciate whenever songs are able to provide it. Now, like you said, thinking about lyrics, I feel like this song almost feels like it was just literally translated from Estonian into English in a way where like there's bits of it that are like kind of weirdly wordy.
Yeah.
And I feel like don't really fit with the meter as best as possible. And it's like they're just trying to cram in as many syllables as possible. And so that kind of like that balance throws me off personally.
It's a very Italian thing that they're doing with this song.
And here's the thing. The French do it too. The Italians do it. It works in those languages. It doesn't work in English.
It doesn't. We don't have the kind of language that you could parcel out syllables that neatly. And so like sometimes it can come across pretty chunky.
Yeah. And that's the vibe I'm kind of getting is that it feels kind of clunky. And it's a bit distracting for me from really being able to get into it. I know a lot of people really like this song, but just that like mismatch of how the lyrics fit together, I feel kind of like is what drags it down for me. Now, talking about production and genre, it's a piano ballad.
It's a piano ballad, yes.
I think Alika has a great voice. She performs it wonderfully.
Yes.
But like, I'm always gonna struggle because I'm not a big piano ballad.
Huh?
I'm not a big piano ballad girly.
I know you're not, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but I do have like a massive concern with this song. So you know how like okay, so we literally just this last second talked about how it's about burning old bad bridges and building new good ones. why does it feel like there's like an ominous sense in the production? Like there's an overhanging
Yeah.
kind of predicting sadness about it.
Mhm.
It's like listening to this song, despite the lyrics, the production makes me feel uneasy. I get it. It's a piano ballad. There's a lot of elements that kind of make it the acoustic piece that it is. And like, yeah, the arrangement, it sounds really good, but there's a like an overwhelming kind of dark
Sense of
inception
dread.
feeling about this that it's just like it completely throws me off. Like
Yeah.
because this is a
I
hopeful song, I need something hopeful in the production, but I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I get it. It makes me uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
It's like we've mentioned other songs in the past who compete at compete at Eurovision that don't resolve the tension that's built up.
Mhm.
This song doesn't resolve the tension. It just
No.
it makes me feel like I'm on edge the whole time, and then
Yeah.
we get to the end and I'm like I'm still on edge. I need like a resolution here.
Mhm. Yeah, it might be the key that it's sung in, or it might be the way that it kind of swings back and
Maybe the
forth.
structure.
Yeah,
It,
the structure is something about it. It's just
yeah.
ominous. There's something about this song that just feels ominous, and it paints the song in a light that I feel like is ultimately a detriment to it.
Hmm.
If there were something about the song structurally that can kind of align with the hopefulness of the lyrics, because usually when it comes to a hope song, you got to have like there's like certain
Yeah.
elements you employ. You don't necessarily have to do 100% of that, but I feel like you're doing 100% of the sad, scary part. And
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm despite it being very, very good, very well arranged, I do feel like it's not quite the fit for
Yeah. No,
this kind of song.
I totally get that because it's like kind of where I'm sitting at with it too.
Mhm.
Now unique elements.
Bridges at the very end. I mean,
Okay.
how like the piano is like kind of going back and forth and she's hitting the high note. I love that. I like the fact that
Hmm.
it closes with a bang. Awesome job, Alika.
Yeah. I don't really know what to call for a unique element. There's not really a lot of piano ballads by women this year, I feel like.
No.
So this
It's
kind of
it's a
helped.
dying cast.
I think that this year we just wanted to be more upbeat than anything.
Yes, we definitely did.
Um, so uh, because of that, that will help it stand out
Mhm.
because we don't really have any other piano ballad ladies going at it this year.
Especially ones that are just kind of because Alika, she is one of the performers who is just like all lights on me, you watch me as I perform kind
Yeah,
of a deal. I do think there's going to be like piano or some other like because in Estilao, remember that like
yeah.
little
They
piano
had the player
animation thing.
piano.
I imagine we're going to see that because
Yeah,
it's a big part of the visual personality of the piece. Yeah,
yeah. And then we have how well can we perform live? Wonderfully.
beautifully, beautifully.
For me, this is actually better live than it is in studio.
Me too. I agree.
Um, and then do we stream it or would we stream it?
Nope.
No, no, I wouldn't stream it myself either.
Alika, you're a
So I'm
gorgeous
just
vocalist. Amazing vocals. Like literally, I melt at your vocals. But girl, what the heck?
yeah.
That's just where I'm at.
Let's see. Carmen says, I just remember my first impression of the song. I really liked it. Later, I overplayed it, but now I'm listening to it again. I think
Longevity. That's good.
this was probably like one of the first songs this season I listened to. I think because
Mm,
Estee Lau was the first one to drop their songs, and this was the
yeah.
first song on the
Oh
playlist.
yeah, I forgot. Like when Estilo dropped their playlist, I think this was actually the first song in the season I listened to.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, that's so creepy. Not creepy, but I mean, like that's cool.
Yeah. And then Peter Hadich says, my second place. I am getting extremely worried that I will lose it.
I feel like there's enough contrast here where she might be like I don't know if safe is the word for it, but at least stand out enough to.
She's in semi too.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and semi two is the semi where it's like honestly, I could make a case for like any of those songs qualifying in semi two.
Yeah, yeah. I can totally do that too, and it's just way more open. I feel like the variety is just greater in semi two. So yeah, it'd be harder to predict, but
Um, Peter Hadich says, if Alika loses to Riley or Victor, I'll be very disappointed. But Greece has a beautiful advantage of his neighbor voting. Okay, here's my thing with Greece. I will defend Greece. Like, I'm not big on guys with acoustic guitar songs, but I
Mhm.
think that lyrically Greece is very strong.
Mhm.
I've grown on it because I think that was like one of the first songs we reviewed this year, and
Mhm.
like that conversation we had about it, like, helped it grow on me.
Mhm.
It's still not my taste musically speaking, but I also know Europe loves a guy who's like an attractive young man playing guitar.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like Europe just likes to vote for
a
someone
teen
who,
heartthrob, you know?
yeah, they like that. And if it loses to, like, as far as Riley goes, like, I mean, I can see where people would vote for him
Mhm.
based on that like teen heartthrob vibe.
But it's so manufactured. It
It
is so
is. It really
manufactured.
is.
If you know, if you take a look at how the delegations of Greece and Denmark are handling this whole teen heartthrob thing, Denmark is trying to produce a K-pop star. Greece
Which
is
is
trying to produce
just
an artist.
like Denmark.
Like he is literally one track away from being featured at the Mama Awards. Like this, like
Yeah.
he will be the next Christian Kostov, Polina Gagarina, Sara Alto. He will make a career in Asia. I bet you.
You know, why not?
It's a big market. Like a
It's
lot
a
of
huge
Eurovision
market.
artists,
It's a
they
bigger
go over
market than
there.
Denmark has.
Yeah. Like, you know who has like a huge, amazing market? China. Sara
Yeah.
Alto, read up on her journey. Anyway, Georgios is telling
Uh,
us.
Here's Georgios Papadopoulos. Estonia is not my thing. I totally agree. I'm on edge the whole entire song. I know that's a unique element. I just don't adore it, but she can sing very well. Agreed.
You said it in the least amount of terms that I would have been able to say it in. Thank you, Georgios,
Yeah.
because that is, yeah, that's my point, but just a lot cleaner.
And yes, I will defend Grace. Just because like
I,
it's
I will
not my
defend Grease
taste.
too. It's a good song. I would actually say it's a great song, especially because of the lyrics.
I think lyrically it's excellent. I just don't like the
Mm-hmm.
music of it. But let's go
You
ahead and go from one
over.
song about leaving a bad relationship to another song about leaving a bad relationship. It's Iceland. The song is Diljá. I'm sorry, the performer is Diljá, and the song is called Power. You want to start with
Oh, la,
lyrical
la.
content for us, or should I?
I'll start.
Okay.
So okay, the song is about it. Okay, so this is another song where it's just like I am the source of my strength. I am the source of my power, and there is nothing that can take that away from me. There is nothing that will be able to retract my identity from my decisions. I feel the strongest that I can be, and no one can stop me. That is what the song is about.
Yeah.
The lyrics, though, are a little fifth gradery. We
Yeah.
use we use nouns in this song because they rhyme. I don't necessarily like it when songs are written based off of the rhyme scheme, and we see power, flower, and shower all within the chorus. It
It doesn't bother me. I'll take
doesn't
it.
bother you?
It doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't bother me. It's simple lyric writing. Like I'm not gonna complain about it. It's a simple pop dance song.
It is.
It doesn't
Mhm,
have to have a lot of lyrical depth to it.
mhm.
Um,
I want that though. Like for this one specifically, I do want that.
I don't know because it's like it works for me because I am getting that sentiment that this is a song where you are declaring your independence, and it's
Yes.
doing so in a way where it never backtracks on that declaration of independence.
Mhm,
You can say it's like, okay, I'm no, you don't have power over me to like a former like an ex. It
mhm.
can be to a parent that you don't have power over me anymore. It's like you're sticking out your independence and you're sticking to it,
Yes.
even with that rhyme scheme that you don't like the most. It still keeps that going. It's not like
Mhm.
where you have a song like Israel this year where consistently it's like talking about I'm this powerful woman, but then switches over to asking you for permission. The song doesn't ask for permission, it just
Mhm.
states it and
Yeah,
sticks to that statement. And I do appreciate that.
I
Um,
definitely appreciate that too.
Especially since like I know as a fellow lady, you apologize sometimes over some stuff that you shouldn't be apologizing for. And it
Mhm,
kind of like never does that with this. And so I do enjoy that aspect.
mhm. I see what you mean, and that opens my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just Okay. Power,
I think what we
flower,
look
and
for,
flower.
I think what you and I look for in lyrics is different. I look for
Generally,
like
yeah.
overall
Generally,
meaning
yeah.
and impression, and I think you're more into the poetic aspect.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense. But I mean, at the very least, it's two perspectives that can kind of hone in at
Yeah.
the same time.
Okay. And the production and genre, I want to start with this one myself because
Go
I
do it.
love the production and genre choices here.
Yeah.
It is giving me drum and bass.
Mhm.
That's like a UK genre of dance. I love that we're getting it at Liverpool, like a contest being held in the United Kingdom.
Mhm.
I'm not the biggest fan of dance music, but this year the two songs that have grown on me the most have been this one and Gustav, which are both dance songs. And they're both dance songs that take their genre and their cue from the 90s.
Mhm.
I really think that that's something that elevates this. I love the fact that here we have a genre we don't really get to hear the most within the dance genre at
Mhm.
Eurovision.
Yeah. Very, very well said. I love how this song, I love the bassiness of it. Like the
Yeah.
bass is so healthy. It's so like well sustained, and usually that can conflict with like tempo that kind of moves really fast, especially production that's this strong. But it like full package effect. The full
Yeah.
package effect of the production causes it to kind of like build up unnecessary euphoria throughout the song so that you kind of so that you feel it toward the end. Like
Yeah.
I feel like every second of this song builds a little bit more into the next second, and sticking within this genre, it really helps.
Yeah. I think that I couldn't agree more with that either with when it comes to
The
that sort of
bass,
thing.
the bass,
Now, yeah, the bass is
love it.
fantastic. Now, for unique elements, I say Diljá herself. I think she's an
Oh,
absolute joy and she's a great
uh,
performer.
mhm,
Um, and I have more comments to say about her as a performer, but that goes more into how well it can be performed live. So,
mhm.
what are your unique elements for her?
Yeah, and no, it's completely her on stage when she's performing. Unmistakable style, unmistakable performance style. Her charisma is very unique, and she's easily identifiable. Yeah, this
Now,
song wouldn't be kind of like the unique totem for me. It's definitely
mhm,
her as an artist and as
yeah,
a performer.
she's the strength of this song.
Hmm.
And that kind of goes into how well it can perform live, which is wonderfully.
Hmm.
I like the fact that she improved dramatically for me from the semi to the final when it came to song Linkytė.
She did. No, she
Um,
really, really did.
and when she performed at the what are they called? The pre-parties that she performed at, she was kind of like building on that momentum and
Uh,
seeing like what it needs to take as a performer. Because I know she's a young performer,
mhm,
um, so you have to get that experience up.
mhm. Well, okay. So how well can it be performed live? Very well, but I like the criticism I have for how well it can be performed live is that I really would like for her to just like hold and sustain a note and not do a run every time. I feel like she does a lot of runs, but for me personally, my taste, runs are best saved for like the last chorus, last verses, etc. She
Yeah,
she
save
has
it
a
for
lot
the
of fun with
bridge.
it, which I mean, like that's a part of her performance style. So by all means, like go for it, girl. But for me, I like to hear the melody solid at certain points, and sometimes I just do feel like I'm lacking that. But overall, yeah, excellent. And it's not like the melody's missing per se,
Hmm.
but yeah, she kind of goes into a lot of runs throughout the song to a point where it's like I'm not even able to like concisely focus on a single one and focus on how good that single run was because there are so many of them.
I mean, I would say it's more of an issue just with genre.
Hmm.
Kind of like this sort of a genre. I lost her chat. Hold on. This kind of a genre kind of does that a lot. I feel like. Also
Okay.
music from the '90s was like run heavy,
Hmm.
and this is like a genre from the '90s. If that makes sense, I kind of see. It doesn't bother me as much. It's just I'm so
Hmm.
used to songs that have like unnecessary runs. It doesn't even shock
Okay.
me anymore.
I also love how she like does the kick. You know,
Yeah, her kick is cute.
like that's a
Um,
good kick.
that's a
As a martial artist, I'm telling you that is a good kick. That was a really good kick.
yeah. And the next question is, would we stream it?
Yeah. I mean, Sometimes it's a skip. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't listen to it every time, but I do listen to it.
Like I said, it's grown on me dramatically.
Mhm.
If you would have asked me this like when we were starting out these, I'd say no. But where we're at right now, yes. I think that, you know, I
Yep,
think
yep, yep.
it's a consistent stream for me at this point.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and look at some comments here. See here from Carmen. She is great. Her national final performance was also good, but now that I've listened to it a few times, it is just not on my playlist anymore. Okay, like
Okay.
so you have the opposite journey I had with it. It sounds
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
I was like, this is cute, but it's not for me. And then
Hmm.
it grew up me dramatically. Let's see here. Georgia's Papadopoulos says Iceland is very nice. She is one of the strongest vocalists.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
And
like he does the like
maybe,
the well I can like that part, like at the
yeah,
bridge before the last chorus. Power. That is that is the center of the song right there. Love it. I think, yeah, they need to highlight that in the recap for real.
yeah. I would hope that's a part they highlight as
Hmm.
well. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about Armenia. We have Brunette bringing us Dear Future Lover, or no, it's called Future Lover by Brunette.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and kick us off with lyrical content for Armenia?
Yeah. Okay. How do I want to start this? So, you guys, this song is about a girl pining for a love who she's envisioning, imagining, and it's coming from the reflection of a love that is gone, a love that is full of regret. And this is just kind of the part in the breakup, in the psyche of the person that was broken up with, about like a future lover. How am I going to change myself? How am I going to pursue? It's like kind of self-analyzing after a bad situationship, you know?
Yeah.
That I feel like is what the core of it is about, but also how this can have a really bad physical and mental effect on you. Like the verse that we hear is about it's about panic attacks more or less, but it does it in a way that's like rhythmic and okay, you start talking because I need to
Okay.
further consolidate my thoughts.
Okay. So I I have like a love hate thing with this because I do enjoy the lyrics
Mhm.
from a poetic aspect.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're lifted from Tumblr.
Yep,
Like
that is that
that
part.
makes I don't
That
like
part.
that part. It's like, this feels a little okay.
It's like you
Um,
literally lifted it, copied and pasted, girl.
like you lifted it straight up from Tumblr, and the people who, and knowing how like the music industry works and songwriting works. Thank you, who the hell is Edgar?
Mhm.
Um, you're like lifting lyrical content from someone and not giving them credit, and they're not like getting their bag for that work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like my biggest issue with this lyrically speaking, and it kind of drags on the whole song for me personally. So
Oh
it's just
no.
like I like the song a lot. Don't
Mhm.
get me wrong,
But
but
it's the
like,
fact that the lyrics aren't original. They're plagiarized. I mean, not
yeah,
like I don't
yeah,
know if in the most technical sense they're plagiarized, but they are lifted from Tumblr, like direct quotes
yeah.
that you can find on Google Images. As soon
It's
as I
like
found that out, I was like, oh,
it's like if I
fucking
made
myself.
a song called "Crave the Mineral." Um, I'm thinking of I'm sorry, I'm thinking of like Tumblr memes from back in the day. Our Hatsune Miku. Never mind.
Don't play my girl Miku. Miku's my
No, no,
girl.
no, it's not Miku. It's a joke from the Hamilton fandom
Oh.
on Tumblr. Um, yeah, no, and that's like my biggest issue. Now you say like you have the whole like the yelling part feels like a panic attack. It
Mhm.
doesn't to me. It feels like getting out the anger and frustration that you
Mhm.
had on that past relationship. And like you're kind of just like in your head yelling and screaming because you know you can't express those emotions outwardly
Mhm. Yep.
without
Yep.
it being an issue.
Mhm.
And so like it's kind of like a mental, I wouldn't say breakdown. It's like just like a mental
She's
yelling match.
running laps almost.
Yeah. I'm also afraid my internet's gonna cut out in a second because someone's vacuuming.
Yeah, I agree. And like, okay, since we're still talking about lyrics, this song actually goes a lot of places lyrically. So I mean, like, we do have a like a rap adjacent verse, spoken word with rap type rhythm, and that
very
part,
90s R&B.
very 90s R&B. And I'm not gonna lie, like the delivery of it kind of gives Marshall Mathers. It's a little Mom Spaghetti, a little bit, just a little bit.
I mean, vomit on my sweater already.
There's just something about how she delivers it that is just so Eminem, that is just so Marshall Mathers, but it's not in a way that feels weird about this song. Okay, you guys, this song is incredibly special to me, and I'm going to say this now so I don't forget to say it. But I have a lot of criticisms about this song. I have a criticism about almost every element of this song, but the full package effect. The full package effect is what allows it to be kind of the front of the pack for me right now. Like I have a lot of criticisms about this song in its more technical aspects, but altogether it's perfect to me.
Okay, I can totally see how that happens. I mean, like with the production genre, we go back into that. It's sleek modern R&B. It doesn't like it's a genre we don't get at Eurovision very often. I'm happy we have that.
Yeah,
I like how she like there's the juxtapositions between like the soft queen bits and then that like loud, bold anger, like outburst of anger as well. And she does it like she transitions between the two of them so beautifully, and she does it so well live as well. It's just like it's like really nice and like the thought that was put into the structure. My biggest issue is just those lifted lyrics. I wish those lyrics weren't lifted.
Yeah, I wish so too. But I mean, like acoustically, they work so well. Like the sound of the. So yeah, I'm really upset by the fact they're lifted from Tumblr. Like that's just straight up not cool. But it's like the sound of the delivery of them when it's like cafes. It's like every time she sings those lines, I am just in love. I'm so drawn into it. I'm entranced as if it were original. I get it. It's lifted and that shouldn't have happened. But I mean, like they work so well. The words work so well. I can't make it not bop. And yeah, since we're still talking about production and genre, yes, R&B. Love the R&B. We don't have enough of that in Eurovision at all. Need more of it, just generally. I love how it also has like orchestration. It's kind of similar to Bridges in the sense that like there's a looming ominousness and there is orchestra. But with this song, I feel like there's a lot more sense of place that's painted. Like, especially with like the bells, I get elements of like churchiness to it, you know? I do feel like not gospel, but church essence.
Well, I mean, even with that though, because it's like you're talking about a song that comes from R&B. R&B comes from gospel, you know, it comes from church.
Yeah.
So it doesn't shock me that you would get that kind of a vibe.
Yeah, the Armenian too. The Armenian at the very end.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I feel that. And then how about unique elements?
This is the only one with like a rap adjacent verse. This is the only one with like bars, you know? The only song that actually has
I feel like you're throwing the word bars around too much.
I throw the word bars around too much.
You're being a little liberal with your bar usage. I mean, it's got spoken word. I wouldn't call spoken word bars. Like, do you listen to a Boyz II Men song and go, oh, this has bars?
No, I wouldn't say that for a Boyz II Men song. Are you kidding me?
But a lot of the songs have spoken word in them. You know what I mean?
Do.
So yeah, no. Then, sorry. Yeah, unique element wise, I think that Brunette's the unique element. She's definitely got to be it. Yeah.
For me, I think the unique element is that like this is, well, yeah, it's what I said a little bit earlier about how like all the pieces I wouldn't typically like them isolated, but all together they're really great. And also it feels modern. It's probably one of the most modern songs that we have this year. Armenia is doing amazing. I like the fact that the junior delegation has a seat at the table when it comes to the adult entries. Georgia's also being very smart about this because you know why? They can weirdly keep the trends of music up to date. You just have to talk to like who is getting like organized with these kids and you will be just on time.
Yeah, no, I feel that completely as well. Now how well can be performed live? Wonderfully. Did not disappointed at all the first time she sang this live for us.
Yeah. I'm really happy it will be performed. Like, I mean, Liverpool, there's no way to tell, but via the pre-parties, via the short clips that we gotten, I feel safe in my heart knowing that she's going to put on a good performance.
Yeah. My worry is just how is Europe going to respond to this? My worry isn't about her or what she's going to do. My worry is more for her.
Because this is experimental. This is dangerous territory she's trekking.
Exactly. Because remember, we were all so confident about like Tilamovic and
yeah, we have to remember that there's at least going to be one song every year that is just like, why the hell did this not make it to the final? Please don't let it be this one. I don't want it to be this one. I don't want it to be Latvia. There's a lot of songs that I wish like I could just hang on to, but there's a lot of songs that I also am just kind of being a realist about now because Eurovision has destroyed me emotionally.
Yeah, no, I've been there. And then do we stream it? I think it's obvious what the answer is.
I seek it out. Like literally, I get up in the morning, and as I'm getting ready, it's typically the first song I listen to. Like as of right now.
Wow. Like
it's that strong. And there are songs in the lineup that I have very little criticisms for that I see as ultimately lesser than this song. There's just something about it. It's like speaks to me. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah, I get that. I can see why. So let's go ahead and talk about let's look at some comments here, see if there's anything else listed. Sorry, I'm like kind of clicking around. Georgios Papadopoulos says Armenia is my 11th. I like it so much. The only thing that worried me is that I could see it breaking in its running order. It's in second.
It's in second, but I do think that actually is going to be beneficial for Brunette.
Who's opening up that semi?
I believe it's Denmark. Denmark should be opening the semi, and following that is Romania, I think. Hold on, I'm before I'm going to double check. But from my memory, it's going to be Denmark, Armenia, Romania, and if that's the case, then I do see a standout. But let's find out for sure.
I know, just double checking here.
I can't get anything to load on my computer right now. Like if you guys can, like, you might even be able to hear that. Like my engine's running crazy.
Participating countries. Yep, she's so it goes Denmark, then Armenia, and then Romania. So you're right on the nose with the running order. So I think that would stand out with that running order. Like
I think she's gonna stand out with that running order. First of all, because she's like the girl between those two boys, but also because like this song is going to be exceedingly modern. It's going to show a stark contrast between kind of like, I want to say, the more positive vibes presented by Denmark and Romania.
I mean, Denmark is just a song about the most toxic teenage relationship I've ever seen.
I know, but you literally feel like you're chewing on bubble tape the whole time. Like that song is so sugary sweet, despite it being like about a toxic relationship. And DGT also has like a sweetness to it, despite it being kind of just like straight up raunchy.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be some strength she can draw.
Yeah. And then I have Carmen says I have high expectations for Armenia. I want to like it even more, but I'm afraid for the live rap part. She performs it fine, like at the what do they call it? The pre-parties. She performed it well, so I'm not too nervous. But we'll have to see. My nerves again are like, how is this going to be received more than stuff like that. Georgios Papadopoulos says, I just love the song so much. It's so beautiful and unique, and her live performances are great.
I agree.
Sorry.
And then there's always one song which people get mad about that it qualified. Serhat, to say Maria Spare, Let 3 community will be very upset. Oh well, it happens. You know,
let the community be upset. I honestly,
the community will always be upset. There's no remedying that. We will all be upset after the semifinal to some degree.
No, why are we getting mad at Serhat? Like, I'm sorry.
Like, he deserves to go through.
Let that old, happy little, like, let that elderly Turkish man have fun. Like, I'm never gonna be mad when San Marino.
Let this dentist have fun.
When San Marino, was he also the host of like Turkish Jeopardy?
He's been on TV a couple times. Yeah,
he's a very interesting person. like anytime San Marino gets through, I'm not going to be angry. It's San Marino. They barely get through. They've qualified for the final, what, 3 times?
Let's see. Forse, say na na na.
And Adrenalina. That's it.
And Adrenalina. Oh, yeah. No, that's it. That's literally it. Yeah, they could be in the final. You know why? Because we love our microstates.
Yeah.
We love the
as far as like Tuesday qualifying, he's so pretty. He can do whatever he wants. He's just too pretty for me to handle. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay. One really quick thing about the concern about the rap verse that was brought up earlier. My only concern regarding the rap verse is the timing of breath, because that is a very, very big kind of thing that rappers typically don't pay attention to, and as a result, it can kind of chop up their verses weird. If she takes her breath at the right time, then the delivery is going to be good. And I think she's going to be able to do that because she has been doing that, but that would be the concern about anything regarding rap delivery, is when you take the breath.
Yeah. Georgios Papadopoulos says, I absolutely saw San Marino qualifying over Portugal, coming all the way. I'm not lying, seriously. Honestly, it doesn't shock me.
No, dang it. I would have put Portugal there instead. I love you, Sarah.
I mean,
love
personally,
you. I love saying na, but no.
Yeah, I would have put Portugal in instead, but at the same time, like, I'm never going to be angry about San Marino getting through. Like,
yeah, if it's an either or situation, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not, and we got to have Serhat in the final, baby.
Like, I think for San Marino, you have to just, like, the second time you go for San Marino is the time you qualify. So.
Yo, Jimmy from 2017, you want to come back real quick?
Oh my gosh. No,
I think he's back in Manhattan.
Who knows where he's at? So yeah, that's Armenia. Let's go ahead and let's go over to the winner of the 2023 Mother Awards, Miss Zarra, with the song Évidemment from France.
Oh yes. Oh my god. This you start. Okay, you start with lyrics because I am just
It is full of some chanson cliches, but baby, I'm eating up those chanson cliches. Like the whole thing of like her body is not hers, it belongs to the music, and that her music belongs to France, and like, it's just a
testament to art.
It's just like it's like voila lyrically for me, which is like you're sitting there and it is asking for permission to a certain extent, but that's what this genre is supposed to do. This genre is supposed to be longing, like longing for approval from from the public. Like it's what it's supposed to do,
so
and what
French.
It's supposed to be.
It's so French,
like so French. It is so aggressively French. And here's the thing with France at Eurovision. We want France to be French at Eurovision.
Yeah, throw as much camp. It doesn't matter how many Eiffel Towers we see. I don't care.
Nope, I don't care.
Bring them all. Bring them all.
Bring me an Arc de Triomphe. I'm here for all of it. Like, give me the Louvre. Like, I want all of your landmarks, France. I
don't get tired of this. I don't get tired of this. I mean, you literally said everything that I was going to say for lyrics. And also, like, acoustically, they fit so well with the track.
It has that French wordiness in certain parts. It does what I needed to do. Like, just, like,
give me my baguette. Pronunciation of the words, like very Edith Piaf reminiscent.
Oh, the way she pronounces? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what I want.
Classic French, like that, like Moliere French is one of my favorite things to ever hear, and Homegirl has mastered the sound of just
I no notes.
I literally don't have any notes for it. Lyrically, I'm all about it, but I do want to highlight one lyric though that I think is just like tea. So the second part of the first chorus says, evidently, that's that before the sun comes the rain. That's what we forget. It's always too good to be true, but is never too ugly to be false.
Oh, that's bars, baby. That's what I'll call bars.
Oh my gosh. Like, even in English, it's just like, as soon as I got that impact, I was like, dang, I'm gonna put like a nice spirit in my lemonade now. Like, oh gosh.
That sounds
And this song, it's like longing, pining, but like you're literally bopping the whole time. It's just like, I want to cry diamonds on the dance floor right now.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
Let's go into production and genre. It's chanson mixed with disco. Who would have known? Who would have seen this coming?
Sleek disco. It's like high end, like
Yeah.
Vinique disco. It's like you only pull this disco out like when you have important guests over. It's up on like the nice shelf.
It's like actual champagne disco. This isn't
Yeah.
sparkling grape juice disco.
This is not Franzia. This is not Barefoot. You know what this is? This is a Montepulciano from the hills of the Roman gods. Like
I don't know what any of these words mean. I'm guessing these are all wine. I know what
Yeah,
Frenzia is, the box
they're
wine that
all
comes
wine.
with the pink. Okay, I know what Frenzia is. I know what Barefoot is.
Yeah,
that tells you my relationship with wine.
I'm telling you guys though, the quality of this disco is reminiscent of a very expensive alcohol, is it not?
It's kind of cheesy at the same time, though. Like
Oh,
it's not.
give me the
It's kind
cheese.
of like the
Give
cheesy.
me the
I
cheese.
mean, I love a charcuterie board. Like I'm here for it.
Oh, you need charcuterie with wine.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is a wine and cheese. Like let's go. It's because it's France. Like we'll excuse it. Yeah, no. And it doesn't. And like it's also kind of on trend at the same time because we are still kind of in like this new disco era. Like when it comes to Eurovision, again, everything tends to be a couple of years behind. Yeah, this isn't the heyday of when everyone was putting out like a disco track, but it's still not too far behind that it doesn't bother me, you know?
Yeah, this is kind of like the tail end of like the pop and disco kind of like essence that we observe out here, but it has the quality of chanson to it that paints it in a light that's not just like a disco track that you might hear like from Dua Lipa or etc. Any other artist who was like replicating disco in the modern, like Beyonce, who's also done so. This has the Frenchness to it, which makes it different. Like French disco is just different. French language disco is just different.
I think French disco. What is that, like Daft Punk?
I don't associate Daft Punk with French disco.
I mean, they sampled a lot of they're French and they sample a lot of classic disco tracks that like are deep cuts from the U.S.
Okay, so I think I just need to do better research on Daft Punk. But you guys, chanson, it actually melds well with a lot of genres and especially including disco.
Yeah, I don't know French disco. I know German disco. But I know American and I know British disco.
Was ist dein Lieblingsfach? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. A quick note about the production and genre. I like the build of it. It's not giving you everything at first. So like the Évidemment, when we get into the first,
and that's when the beat drops.
Production, and you're just like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And the song builds and builds until you a chanter la grande France, winning moment. You know, this is a song that has that winning moment. And that's that. When she does like that little shoulder pop thing, the lights go crazy, and everyone's like, c'est toujours trop. Yes. France, y'all are on the money. You are on the money.
Yeah, no. I agree 100% with that. Like, just like, oh, France. Give me more France. Unique elements. I'm going to say
Zarra.
shapewear.
Oh my
and God. I need to know that I'm so curious what's happening under that dress. And I mean that just in a way, like I need to know what shapewear she's using because it is doing what it's doing. It's doing what it needs to be doing. The body is bodying.
The face is facing.
Like just she's the mother of the year. Like Zarra is our unique element.
She's the mother winner to me. Like
I know she's younger than me. I know she's younger than me for a fact, but like she's also my mother.
Isn't Riley older than her?
Her and Riley are the same age.
Oh my goodness. I mean that also just goes to show you like the different attitudes towards makeup around Europe, because Riley's makeup tends to be very fair, very kind of muted, more Korean style, whereas Lazara's is very.
Here's the thing I think with Lazara. Lazara is to me kind of like she's like it's almost like a drag act. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the hyper femininity that's so camp. Like she's putting on that femininity to her.
Mm-hmm. I think I would call that my unique element too. It's just like she's just like so chic and fresh and feminine that everything she does, it just looks like she carries an ultimate power with her. Dang.
Oh, I was wrong. Someone corrected me. Augusta
Hmm.
corrected me. Lazara is 35.
Zara's 35. Oh, okay.
I
She's
thought she was
35 and she looks so great. Oh my gosh.
for some reason I thought she was 25. So she is not, in fact, younger than me.
And I love the fact that she's just hilarious. She's a troll.
Oh, she's great.
Funny.
Great entertainment. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Not even a troll. She's just like done with like she doesn't need other people. Like I'm not gonna this year our Eurovision acts have been using the internet correctly.
I know. This has, I think, been the best year for like internet interactability with the artists that I've seen. Like I love how everyone is showing so much of their personality, especially Lazara. She's so incredibly funny. You know she's the one to go out drinking with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Peter, I think Peter pointed out what it is. At one point, Wikipedia did say she was 25. That's what it was.
Dang it, Encyclopedia, and I give you my monthly donations.
Really?
I do donate to Wikipedia.
I always
I'm
think
a
like what would
Wikipedia fanboy.
I always think like what would Wikipedia do if they had as loyal donators as like AO3 has?
I'm a loyal donator. I've been donating to Wikipedia for almost 10 years.
No, I'm talking about like with AO3, they do like their funding drives. That bar is full. Oh, AO3, yeah, because they have the hosting. AO3, when they ask for money, they meet their goal within like less than like 5 hours. Every time they get it so quickly.
One of my best friends is a writer on AO3. Mm-hmm.
Is it me? Because I am. I'm sorry. Let's talk about Eurovision.
Let's talk about Eurovision.
Writing situations. Anyways, yeah, I think like Zarra is a unique element. How well can be performed live?
Gorgeously.
Wonderfully. So good.
Breath of fresh air. Oh gosh. I like the fact that like it's almost like a voila. I'm getting a voila effect from this song, you know?
I mean, Évidemment is like one of the first things you learn in French. So is voila. Like
voila. It's like, the French personality. You just got to take that to the stage and it's going to do well.
Yeah. And then would we stream it? Of course I stream it.
Oh my gosh, every time. Like
I'm gonna stream
after I stream Future Lover, then Évidemment is probably next.
Yeah. So
there are other ones too, but I mean like this is definitely one of my top 10.
Carmen says it's my winner this year besides Joker Out. Joker Out's my winner. Every time I hear it, I want to learn French. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, Eurovision songs are great for learning French vocab.
Mm-hmm.
Because like my French is not the best in the world, but I don't need like a lyric sheet when I listen to French Eurovision songs. Because they tend to be in like just like the vocab you kind of learn first.
Yeah.
Like there's some words you have to look up, but for the most part you don't need.
But not in a way that's like ultimately a detriment to it.
Yeah, know? Like it's like that. Also, I think it's because like there's a lot of cognates between English and French. Augusto Dominguez says Lazara is mother. Period. I want to like the song much more, though it's still a kiki. But like IDK, I'm yet to be 100% behind it.
I know other people who have that perspective too, who are like, I like it a lot, but we don't have quite that keystone element yet. I know people who are like that, and I do wonder why that is, because I feel like it's complete package, but yeah, all we have to do is wait.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see. And then Georgios Papadopoulos says, I love Voila. I like this too. It's kind of housey pop. It's kind of housey, kind of pop. I love it.
It causes me to speed on the freeway.
Oh my gosh. Is this your Freebird?
I would never listen to Freebird on my own fucking free will, but...
Okay, well, we're two different people. I listened to Freebird last night, in fact. So, Georgios Papadopoulos says Alex from Germany, 2009, actually had a disco hit with a title that I don't know is okay to write online. What the heck? What?
Alex from Germany, 2009, actually had a disco hit with a title that I don't know.
That was
Kiss Kiss
2009.
Bang? Him?
2009 was what? Oh
Kiss
my
Kiss
gosh.
Bang.
Yeah, Kiss. I hated that song.
I hate that song. I don't care that we got Dita Von Teese to dress up and
Germany
just
was
do a
like
little
in their little
twirl.
like weird jazz era between that and then that one was at the the Women Run the World song.
Frauen, like in Muda or something like that.
No, that was from this year.
Oh yeah, that was from this year.
It was like women. Deutschland. We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation.
Oh my gosh, Miss Kiss Kiss Bang came on like the radio the other day, and I was just like, wow, the way I remember exactly nothing about this except Dita Von Teese.
I mean, again, more shapewear being used correctly.
Exactly.
See, okay, I get the point of Lazara giving major drag queen act vibes, but I don't care. She's still amazing.
Hey,
Yeah,
Eurovision's the
it's
place for
100%.
that. Yeah,
It's
Eurovision's
like one
the
of
place
those
for
things where it's like performative femininity,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that. Like it kind of like it's camp. It's so camp. Like
It's
I don't
very
know how else to
camp.
phrase it. It's like it's straight up camp.
Yeah, she's a
But
whole bonfire, tent, marshmallows, RV, camp, the whole camp, the entire camp.
yeah,
Yosemite, you made a
all of it.
reservation a year in advance. That's how much camp.
Do you have to reserve Yosemite that far in advance?
And it's a lottery, yes. If you plan
Oh,
on seeing
really?
the 2024 Firefall, the reservation's already closed and the lottery was already allotted. You can't do anything out here in California to see like any of the nature because you get like populated
I
out.
mean, can't you like go and hike, but you just can't camp there probably?
No, so Yosemite Valley itself is like it's like a little divot within the Sierra Nevada that's actually physically blocked off, like
Okay.
by I think the state of California. You cannot enter the valley unless you like trek the mountain, like via the other side. Yeah, and it gets very 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 packed. I remember my only memory of being there was that like just the sheer amount of people to the point where it's like you couldn't even really enjoy anything. But that's beside the point. Imagine that you got the expensive cabin. That camp is where Lazara is. It's like I am roasting my marshmallows
So we're
over.
going to Aspen. No, Vail, Colorado's like that. Vail is like
Let's
one
see
of those
what else.
parts.
Squaw Valley.
I don't like that name. I really don't like that name, but
Squaw
like,
Valley?
yeah, that's a slur. That's a
is
slur.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A lot of people don't realize it is. It's one of those
I-
ones that's like people don't know it's a slur, but it's a slur.
No, I had no idea.
No, I'm not. I'm like it's one of those like there's another word I don't use that other people use that they don't realize is also a slur. It's one of those. It's like that, or like people don't. Yeah.
Anyways, Lazara has the
Right.
5-person tent. If it's not the 5-star cabin, then it's the 5-person tent, and you know she has the best sleeping bags. Camp, camp, camp. Ride it till you die. And I am absolutely here for it. Yes, stick to that,
Yeah.
France. I don't care how long you stick to it. Oh mama, oh papa. You know what I mean?
Bring it. Like yeah, no. Again,
Barbara
is still in that basement. She's busy working.
She's never leaving that basement. And it's just like, I want to send her a parcel of strawberry sandwiches.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
The song is called Du hast den schönsten. That's beautiful. That was on the radio often when I was in kindergarten.
I feel like Germans don't mind swearing.
I feel like
that might be wrong.
I just feel like the Germanophone music area likes to sing about butt. You know? Like booty booty so fat type of deal.
Oh no, that's Slavic.
I know, like that's Slavic, but I feel like there are a lot of German songs that are just about like, hey, like shake your ass. Hey, go for it.
Oh my gosh, rump shaker. What would Germany do if we exposed them to back that ass up? That's the real question.
Imagine if there was a German version of Back That Ass Up. A Swiss German version of Back That Ass Up.
No. Prison. Anyways, let's talk about. We waited for audience retention reasons. Sweden. Loreen is back. Loreen. My gosh, my voice keeps cracking. Sweden. Loreen is back with the song "Tattoo."
Yeah, this song is about it. Okay, this song is about a breakup. It's about the fact that you need to say goodbye to somebody, but also the fact that no matter where they go in the world, they will be attached to you, like a tattoo, literally.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's that's the meaning of this lyric. It's just like, it's time to say goodbye, but you'll be stuck on me like a tattoo. She literally says those things literally in the lyrics of the song. There isn't a ton of analysis to take away from that. And I'll be honest with you, the song, it's not trying to be a ton too deep.
It's a Swedish pop song.
It is a Swedish pop song. It is.
It's never gonna be. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't want to be. The day Sweden sends us a deep song with like lyrical meaning is the day that Sweden stops being Sweden at Eurovision.
Is the day we see David Lindgren shave off one eyebrow during the final.
Okay. I would pay to watch that. Not gonna lie. Yeah, no, it's fine. There's something about. Here's the thing when it comes to this song. Lyrically, production-wise, it doesn't matter, baby. What matters is it's Loreen.
Yeah.
You can give the song to anybody else. It's not gonna be as well loved. It's not gonna be as well liked. I will say this: I think it's a stronger the song than Euphoria was.
Yeah, because that's your opinion.
I really genuinely do. We could have this conversation. I really don't understand the hype around Euphoria.
No, it's fine. I mean, like, I do see why you say that, because I also feel like Tattoo in the year 2023 is just generally more modern than your Euphoria was in 2012. You know what I mean? I just feel like this is the entry that feels more up to date with what music sounds like than Euphoria was like in 2012.
Yeah, no, I think that's part of what it is. I think that this is a fantastic performance. And that's what sells me on this, because it's an overall, like, as a song, you know what I mean? Lyrically, production and genre, but with the performance Loreen gives, nothing but good things to say about it.
Yeah, that performance will literally captivate you to a point where you actually forget to analyze the rest of the things.
Yeah.
You know something is good when it's just like, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to have all these perspectives on it, and then you're just in awe, and then you retain nothing. That's the best thing ever, because that's just like, I was sheerly impressed.
But that's how Loreen is as a performer.
Yeah.
Like, just if you ever watch her live concert videos of any song she's singing, if you watch her, you know, Eurovision or her Melody Festival and attempts that weren't successful, she's the most memorable thing about all of those things, because it's her.
2011 was a mistake. That was a mistake. Sweden likes
to make mistakes sometimes, and that's okay.
Eric is nice. Eric, yeah, he's cool. He was a good vocalist then or whatever, but come on.
Yeah. I mean, at least it didn't say Man Boy or whatever that song was called. That song still feels like a joke to me.
Oh my gosh. Like, I swear, some of these Melfest boys have like that one song that I absolutely cannot stand. Like Mons with Karamia. Oh my gosh. What the hell was that?
Mistakes. Loreen doesn't have any mistakes.
Loreen doesn't have any mistakes. Like, every single live performance I've witnessed of her since becoming a fan in 2014, and like, even disregarding all her Melfest stuff, just her personal music career, she has retained that same performance quality. It doesn't matter if she's dancing or not. She captures the camera. Yes. She captures the light. Everything gravitates around her. It's effortless.
Exactly. Like, I don't have anything really to say, because it's like perfect. Like, what would you change about this? Nothing. Like, nothing.
I mean, like we said, the lyrics, the production, they are on par for something that Sweden would put out. They're on par. They're not
like, and it's Sweden actually giving a damn.
Yeah.
It's Sweden actually like trying. And that's the issue I have with like a lot of Swedish entries, where it just feels so calculated in a way where like it doesn't, And like, I guess this is also kind of technically calculated, but it doesn't feel like it's just going for respect. It feels like it's going for like respectability and art
Mhm.
at the same time. It's the same feeling I kind of had last year with Sweden, where respectability and art at the same time. I don't get this feeling of, oh, well, this is the kind of song that people like to listen to, so we should sing this song. We don't want to like not qualify. Like it's a positive thing.
Mhm.
Um, Now that being said, Sweden got lucky that Loreen was in the wings, because if there was any other song besides this one going, I would be talking about maybe not qualifying for Sweden.
Yeah, I'm currently keeping in my mind who like roughly the top 5 were in Malfest, and it would be a lot more open of a game. It would be a
Yeah.
lot more open of a game because there's that centrality that Loreen brings when she's on stage.
And like, I think with the other songs, we didn't really talk about winning because, what would be. But with this song, we don't really have much to say about the song itself. It's all Lorraine's amazing.
Mhm.
She performs this so well.
Mhm.
Um, and I
Can
see
win.
why it's up there for in the Boogies books, and
Mhm.
why the fandom loves it so much. I comprehend all of that.
I
I
draw
mean,
the
the
line at
fandom.
like a complete write-off though. I draw
Oh
the
no,
line
I
there.
don't think
Yeah.
this is set in stone that this is gonna win.
Yeah, me
I
either.
don't. I
Uh-huh.
think that there's I how hard it so most artists when they return, they don't do as well as they did the first time.
Mhm.
Most so she already won. Like, only one person has won twice.
And that was in the 80s.
When there
That
was
was in the
jury only.
80s. And the songs weren't great.
I'm sorry. I will defend both of Johnny Logan's winning songs.
I love Johnny Logan. I love his winning songs, but he won in weak years.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Um
Um,
the 80s were kind of weird. Yeah, the 80s, all the songs felt like they were 10 years old.
yeah, they all kind of felt like they were from like royalty free musicals.
Oh my gosh.
They all
Yes.
kind of gave that vibe.
Yeah, but like, yeah, now I don't know what to say about this. We've covered it can be performed amazingly well. We've covered that we like it and stream it. What else do we have to say about this one?
A unique element I want to point out is that okay, so there's a winning moment in this song, and it's like I don't care about the pain, and like that like big explosive like thing that happens. We've all seen it, we all love it. I love how that like typically when it comes to the explosive moment in a Eurovision song, the note goes higher. Like it goes higher.
Hmm.
It's like I don't care about the pain, and she would like up the octave. Here she lowers the octave like
Yeah.
from the chorus into like this one. It makes it lower, but that increases the impact than if she went higher. I think it's
Yeah.
great. I think that part causes it to um, be a stronger contender for the win than if she were to jump higher.
I think it kind of like emphasizes that she's in pain.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
not going for the high soaring note. She's
definitely.
going for
Yeah,
something lower, easier to hit. I think so.
yeah. Very,
Um,
very well handled. Good job to the entire
Songwriting
navy that
team.
wrote that team. Like that
Hey,
wrote that
if
song.
this wins, Cassiopeia would have won American Song
True.
Contest
She
and
would have won
Eurovision.
both of both of those like OG shows.
Yeah.
Can you
Um,
imagine that? But I mean, she is a brilliant stage designer. She truly is, and a producer,
Songwriter.
very good producer.
Yeah. So Carmen says it is a good song. I play it on the car, but there are other songs this year I like more, and my vote will go to those songs. Okay.
I agree. I do agree because Loreen, she's going to get a ton of votes no matter what. So the least we can also do is like show support to the ones that we feel like need extra bolstering. Eric Sade was my
Georgios
number one in
Papadopoulos
2011.
says Eric Sade was my number one in 2011.
Valid. That is
It-
totally
you know
valid.
what? You know what? Back in the day, I did enjoy that one. 2011. What was my favorite song? 2011, Serbia. Um, yeah, Serbia was probably my absolute favorite that year.
Taliban?
No, my favorite was Italy. My second favorite was
Oh,
Serbia.
okay.
And then I'd
Legendary
say
was for
Germany would be
Denmark
up
and
there for
Ukraine.
me. Um, yeah. No, I get it. Like I thought I now don't get me wrong, Eric Sade is a very attractive man. As
Mhm.
long as we're not talking about whatever he was doing for that, I like it, whatever that song was, and the white sweater that looked like his grandma bought him. bought it for
Yeah,
him before he went to
that
Belfast.
was
I
a
didn't like
choice.
that. That dancing
I
was embarrassing, and it made me go,
I
"Ooh,
think he
wasted so
did
many
so well
character time."
because of the Justin Bieber effect in that like era, you know?
I mean, I guess.
There was a very big Justin Bieber effect like happening in that era in like that group of years in Eurovision, I noticed.
This is going back to us talking about what songs would have qualified. Marius Martinez would have qualified. Jan Hendrik, 99%. Smashed to Pieces, very likely. Maria, probably based on her story. Kiana and Tezo would be borderliners. I even would question if Marcus and Martinez do have a good, strong following outside of Sweden. They're
They
Norwegian, and Norway's in the semi. It would have went through. They
it
would
would
have
have
started.
went through, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
I
And
feel like Jan
honestly,
Hendrik people are gonna be reminiscent about kind of like Kano's impact to a
yeah,
degree, so I could see how that would also be helpful.
yeah, for
Again, the
that
Norwegian
too.
vote, though.
Yeah, I mean, and Jan Hendrik, people like Jan Hendrik.
Mhm. I want to go to
Um,
Eurovision someday. I just want it to happen for him because I want Sweden to be able to send Yoik. Come
if
on.
Sweden was still like not calculating constantly, they would have sent him already.
I know, yeah.
They really would have. But Sweden has this whole thing where they're like, we have to be polished. We can't have fun. Um, the whole thing.
We have to
Um,
have very specific fun.
yeah, Maria probably would have qualified. Then you have to hope everyone knows that, hey guys, Maria's Ukrainian. Give her points.
Oh, you mean that girl with that like really Englishy weird song?
That's
I'm sorry. That song was just not it. That song was absolutely nothing to me. It was a nothing sandwich, nothing o'clock.
when this stream ends, I have to tell you about a tweet I saw one time that made me laugh. Involving Maria's song. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, I don't know what else to say. Besides, here we are. We've been doing this for like almost an hour and a half.
That's all the songs we need to review, huh?
Yeah, we talked about all 37 of them. I'm
We
pretty sure
talked
we did.
about all 37 songs, and now all that's left is rehearsal. Oh my god! All that's left is rehearsals. Ugh, my heart just jumped out of my chest.
I know. So next week we'll be here again. We'll be earlier
Mhm.
next week though, because we are going to do the red carpet stream. If you didn't join us last year, it was fun. It was actually our most popular stream ever
Yeah,
last
I'll
year.
be at the red carpet stream this year with all of you, and then yeah,
Yep.
stay online with us, you guys, because we're going to be talking about everything on the stream right after that.
Yeah. And then once the red carpet stream is over, again Monday we'll be doing the jury show convo. And same with what day is that? But yeah, we'll be doing the jury show stuff. We're gonna have a jam-packed week next week after we do our little stream on Sunday. So join us then and keep an eye on everything. Of course, like and subscribe. Stick around. We are Eurovision Fam on Twitter,
On TikTok.
TikTok, and of course, we have the Eurovision Fam website. Don't forget, if you're going to be in the DC metropolitan area, the DMV, if you will, then we also do have that party that is happening at Wonder Garden. And yeah, so also, if you're not from DC, it's a nice trip. I recommend the city. There's a lot of stuff to do if you're there for the week.
And
Yeah.
I will be joining from here in California,
Yeah.
saying hi to Wonder Garden, saying hi to everyone at the red carpet, and I'm so excited to see you guys when everything starts to happen for real in Liverpool. Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
thank
Okay.
you all again, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you.
I'm trying to hit the button. Okay, there it is. It's bad ring light today.